Shelly Rose May, Art by the Métis Mama here, and I just wanted to do a video today on what is a junk journal, because I always get asked that question. Let's see here, let's fix this lighting a little bit. I think that's a little bit better. So I'm going to start this video by sharing a large junk journal that I made out of an old book on Canadian history, basically propaganda produced by our government. So I like picking books like that because they're full of garbage. Okay, so this one here is 11 by almost 9, but not quite. It is available if anyone's interested, and I mixed media the front and back. So there's different kinds of junk journals, but let's just start here. This is a junk journal I made. I'm using a bunch of different stuff to make the fringe here on the side. Got one of these tags from my local dollar store, painted it and stamped a heart on there, and it says fly. So this journal is called Soul Seeker. And it's a great way to use up your scraps if you have scrap yarn to make fringes, scrap fabrics. Did I show you the back already? Okay, I'll make sure I'm in frame here. So I used some wallpaper to make a pocket, and then it just has a bunch of stuff. So a lot of times when people make junk journals, they throw in things that they find out and about thrifting, or things that are going to get thrown in the garbage, or their kids' old packaging, or whatever, just anything. So anything goes in a junk journal. So that's the whole idea. Is it's a great way to upcycle and recycle things. So this is a card that I got gifted in a swap, and it's very pretty. So I thought it would look nice in this journal. Some butterfly wings, a Ben and Holly Little Kingdom card, memory card game. So I just threw in one of those cards from that. This is from a vintage book on arts and crafts. That's a vintage Bambi book. Part of a wing from a wildlife book. So I like to use a lot of vintage stuff, and actually all kinds of different things. These are some old yearbook photos I threw in that you could do some clusters with or something. Make paper dolls, whatever. That's from a Beatrix Potter book. It's just a card that I was gifted. I got these at the thrift store recently. Super cute. So it's just a piece of wallpaper that has like a bamboo look on it. My friend gave me this, and I was like, I'm not really sure what to do with it. I don't think I really like them. I'm not in love with the material, so I thought maybe someone else might use it. This came from an old Reader's Digest magazine. Book. I got one of these from the thrift store. It had the transfer in there, which I used for mixed media art, and so you get this. I stuck the envelope in here. This is from an adult coloring book. Another picture from a vintage wildlife book. This is from an Arabian Nights book. This is from a bunch of papers that I got gifted. It's a beaver lodge. I don't know if you could tell that. This is an old children's book, just a little piece of the page. And I thought somebody might like that for journaling with, now that we're getting close to that time of year. Again, with the old wildlife book. This is a picture of a totem pole from this book called Totem Poles. So you can see, get a variety of different things. And you know what, just before people, or when people order junk journals from me, I'll do these little flip throughs. I don't often go through the ephemera. This is what you would call ephemera. And there's different kinds of junk journalists. There's the junk journalists that just specifically focus on vintage or shabby chic, or like there's just different styles, right? So my style is mixed media. So you'll often find that some of the pages that I do in my junk journals will already have mixed media pages. So what is mixed media? Mixed media is a mix of different mediums, basically. So this page has tissue paper, acrylic paint, and that's all I threw down on this one. But a lot of times I'll use ink. So this is kind of like a collage paper where I took a piece of a coloring page, adult coloring page, but I wanted to make the page bigger, so I just threw some scraps down to extend the page. I did that here again with this one and added this floral. So this picture actually did come from the inside of this book. So as you can see with this, with the junk journal, you're using different papers. This is from hymn music sheets. Did I say that right? Here's a vintage arts and crafts book page. And then on this side, I just threw down some tissue paper, which is from a pattern, an old pattern. Some strips of this, like, I don't know what kind of color would you call that, but some paper there. I threw down this band of gold fabric. See here, I glued this page onto this page, and then this these are actually Bible pages that I glued down on a piece of wallpaper. So I like kind of sort of collaging pieces, like I said. And I got a ton of this black and white paper, different kinds, like I used it here and here from the thrift store. So this journal, I was trying to use up a lot of that paper. Old atlas, this is old ledger paper. This is a vintage puppet making magazine that I got. Right, so you kind of get the idea of what I mean when I say junk journal. So this journal comes with this large, really pretty, I really love how she turned out, altered paper clip. And I had one of these big jumbo size cards left, so I thought I'll throw it in this big journal and somebody can have fun with that. I think it would make a great cover for a large journal, or you could turn it into a journaling card, whatever. Let's see what else. I think this journal has 3 signatures, but I basically use the same pages throughout the entire journal. So let's see here. Oh yeah, and this one you also get a journal, one of these guidance cards, and this is just a little altered paper clip I made. And and this is a surprise sticker pack. And then back here, I threw in, so you get another pocket, wallpaper pocket there. And then this is one of my little scrappy flowers that I made. I watched a tutorial from Birdie, the recycled hippie chick, made these. She got the idea from somebody who actually sent her some like this, and she I don't think she nailed it, but she did a good job. So I tried it and I made a bunch. So this is my last one. So I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to put this paper doll in there. It says loved. It's kind of cute. And then you also get these two original art dolls that I drew. This one is a strawberry. And of course we've got a rabbit here. So I'm blessing whoever gets this journal with those two pieces of original art. And those goodies. And that's the end of this journal. So a lot of times I will do a mixed media piece inside this inside the journals that I do. But I just decided not to for this one. And I didn't like make it super chunky because I'm one of those people that don't love super chunky journals, because the more you put in, the chunkier it gets. So this will get chunky as you fill it up. So that's why I left it kind of skinny. So you do get 3 signatures there. Let me see how many pages again. I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you get 10 plus 10, and then front and back. So what is that, like 40? Like 10 and 20? 40, is that right? Times 3. You guys can do the math. I am very tired. I'm recovering from burnout. So I'm still not 100%, but I do feel better than I have the last several days. So continue on this theme of what is a junk journal. Here's a couple more junk journals I made. These ones I made out of old Reader's Digest books. These are my chunky standards. So these ones typically are, now I can't remember the pricing I put on these, but I am having a sale, and the sale is $85 per journal, and that includes shipping. And the reason why is because it's my son's birthday on Thursday and I have no money. So if you're interested, let me know. But I've done a flip through on both of these journals. If you scroll down to some of my other videos, you'll be able to see the flip through of these journals. Okay, but they are available and on sale. And so those ones are $85 including shipping. This one's a little bit bigger, but I'm still going to give a fairly good deal on this one. So this one is going to be like, normally for these size is $85, and then you have to pay the shipping on top of that. In Canada, it's $20. Okay, so look at the difference in size, right? Because I didn't do as much work on the inside of this journal, I'm gonna actually only charge $90. But you have to pay for the shipping on top of that. So if you're interested in this one, let me know. And that's only if you're living outside of the US. If you're living in Canada, I can do a little bit. I've been finding it, usually I find it cheaper to ship to the US, but lately it's been more expensive. I don't know if other people have had that experience, but that's been my experience. Because in Canada, you can just express ship and it's only $20 anywhere in Canada. But in the States, you have to do air mail and all that, so it actually costs more. Okay, so unless there's a cheaper way, you guys can comment and let me know. But that's what Canada Post has informed me. Here's another journal that I made, and this one's just made out of wallpaper, and I gave it a handle, and I do have a full flip through on this one as well. So again, what is a junk journal? This one's made out of wallpaper, so it's a great way to upcycle things that you think you're never going to use. And I even used wallpaper throughout, like here's a piece as a page, right? This is wrapping paper. This is some of my my youngest schoolwork that he brought home. This is just a page that I painted up. So you can see that there's a variety of different papers in here that you can use. This is an old science book that is filled with a bunch of propaganda on science, because they don't teach you the real science. They just teach you parts, half-truths, and it's ridiculous. Anyways, that's why I'm unschooling my boys. So how you use a junk journal is totally up to you. Somebody messaged me recently and they were asking, like, could I write in my junk journal? Well, of course you can write in your junk journal. It's your journal. You can do whatever you want in it. So let me show you a journal here that I am making. So this is going to be another chunky journal. This one's a bit taller than the other ones. So these ones are smaller. This will be taller and a little bit skinnier, but it's going to be the same price. And so I'm just getting my papers ready to make my signatures. I'm using, this is some old paper that my grandson had brought home, or my son, one of my kids anyways. And you know how at the end of the year they bring home all of their stuff? Well, this was one of their art journals, and all the papers were not used up in the journal, so I took all the ones that weren't used up and making partially colored pages for journaling with. I'm also mixing in other papers, right? So here's some more of that paper pad I was telling you about. There's some dictionary pages. This is, yeah, that's from a dictionary too. This is like an old Native American history book. So basically same pages that are in the other ones, because I'm trying to use up all those pages. But with this one, I'm going to do more, like, more to the pages. I'm not going to leave them so plain Jane. I want this one to be really personalized. So I'll put in the pages and then I'll just go through and decorate them, or I'll just leave them here and go through them one by one or two by two and just throw paint down, set them aside, let them dry, do the next one. So those are different ways of how I decorate the pages, but listen, you get the idea, right? You get the gist. Like, a junk journal is what you consider junk, and it can also be nice things too that you don't consider junk. For example, let me see, where did I put it? A lot of times when I make junk journals, I use, like for my mini ones, or I just had one here. Where did it go? Oh, maybe I didn't bring it over. Hang on, let me grab my little mini. So here's a couple little minis, and I'll just zoom in because they're smaller. Make sure I stay in frame here. So these ones are different sizes. Let's start with this one, Journey. So these are all made with wallpaper. So this is wallpaper here. And what I do is I just decorate the inside part of the wallpaper, the part that's not, that doesn't have the finish on it, right? This is the part that you would expose onto the wall. So that part goes on the inside cover, like on here, see? And then this part is the decorated part. So that's what these all are. And I call these my floppy wallpaper journals because they're floppy. And they are again used with the same papers that I have here in my stash, just smaller. And they're just really, really tiny. And I don't think I have a completed one anywhere because we are trying to move and I packed up a lot of stuff. So there's that one. And then here's another bit, like a bigger size that has similar papers. Okay, and you just do whatever you want with these. This graceful giant. So that's one of my Sasquatch. These are from my 7 Sacred Teachings series paper dolls. This is Beaver. Beaver carries the teaching of wisdom. Sasquatch carries the teaching of honesty. And Turtle carries the teaching of truth. And then this is Grandmother Owl. So again, variety of different papers in here. Dictionary page, scrapbooking paper. That's from an old yearbook. Here's some more of that yellow paper. Atlas page. This is from a pattern, not a pattern, it's an embroidery pattern or something. I forget what it's called, but oops, looks like they got stuck a little bit there. There. Okay, so that is what essentially I call junk journaling, but there's a lot of people do different kinds. So you can, if you like search up junk journaling on YouTube or Instagram, you can see all the different kinds of junk journalists there are out there. And I wish I knew where I put my little personal junk journal. Is it here? Ah, here it is. Okay. So these are my 2 personal junk journals, and I don't know if I worked in these ones yet. I kept these ones for myself. No, it doesn't look like I've done anything yet in this one anyways. I can't remember. But I did want to keep some for myself because I never do of my own work. Oh yeah, okay, so here's a page that I did. And all I did is threw some paint down, some tissue paper, some paint, threw a butterfly on there and the word transform. I just wanted to do something in it, so I just did something simple. I remember that. Okay, so that is one idea for your journaling, but you can certainly like write and then glue things into your journals. You can put pictures in there. There's so many different ideas out there. What do I have in here? These are some of the things that I want to use in my junk journal that I kept for myself. So it's like a little bee. There's some, I don't think I want to keep that one. A dragonfly, butterflies, some inspirational words, some of my faces, some stickers and quotes. Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, so all kinds of little things in here. I got these in an ACT swap, so I want to use them in my journal. So that's basically what you would call ephemera as well. anything goes. So I hope that answers your question on what is a junk journal. That's what it is from my perspective. Go check out other people's videos too and see what you think about their journals. I'll show you one more thing before I go. This is my large personal junk journal that I've hardly done anything yet in. It's made from the exact same book as this one. They're the same books. They're the same size. And remember that hummingbird card that's in there? Well, this is one of those cards too, but it's sparrows. And so this is where I keep a lot of stuff that I want to use for journaling. Things I got from swaps. These all came from swaps. And some of my own things like that I want to, sorry. Yeah, so things that I want to journal with but haven't yet. This is a card I got in one of my grounding, it says grounded, but it smells amazing. So good. It makes my journal smell really good. Anyways, I got it in a swap that I did on a guidance card making swap. It's an altered paper clip that I made and I kept. So this is just like a journal page that I made. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I just found some pictures that I liked, some stickers that I liked, and what I was trying to do here is play with collage. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. I'm not in love with it, but it was fun just throwing things down on a page and just trying something. I got these strawberry shortcake stickers and I like them, so I just threw them on here, but they don't stick very good on this painted paper. Here's a beginning of a painting I was working on. I never finished it. So I haven't done a whole lot in here. Here's all that propaganda crap that I plan on painting over. Some more things that I've hung on to that I'm gonna use for journaling from swaps that I did. I started to do something here, but it's not finished. So a lot of the stuff that are in here is not finished. Again, I was playing with collage, trying different papers and just trying to play. It's one of my paper watercolor dolls I drew. That's one of my giant altered paper clips that I thought, you know what, I never keep things of my own, so that's a new thing I'm doing, is trying to keep some of my creations. So that's the one I'm keeping for myself. Ooh, this is beautiful. Before I show you that doll, this, I don't know, I just love this page. I love how it turned out. All it is patterned paper, and then I rubbed some sepia archival ink over it and stamped it with this heart stamp. And I'm in love with this page and how it turned out. So I can't wait to do something with that page. But look at this doll my friend Ephemera made in our paper doll swap. This comes with she comes with a skirt, but look at how incredible. I think she said she used a template. It kind of got bent there. I gotta be careful not to damage her leg there. And then this is her dress. I need to find like a frame for her. And then it says the butterfly and snowdrop hope. Isn't this cool? Like amazing. And it's got that galactic theme. which I love. Anyone who knows me knows I love starseed stuff and extraterrestrial type things. So yeah, she did a really cool job on her paper doll, but I don't know if I want to stick her back in here because she's gonna get damaged again. I just don't know where to put her right now. I need a bulletin board or something to pin her up. So I guess I'll just put her on the side here for now. All right, so that is what is a junk journal. And I think that's it for now. So thanks for watching, and the next video hopefully will be on how to make a soul artist doll out of a paintbrush. So stay tuned for that one.